Hello. I said I'd do at least 2 videos, so here's the second and I would guess final video of the day, unless something very, very stunning happens and I feel incredibly generous to do another one, which I don't. Again, I went out today, I found a galaxy shifter, and I, out of sheer boredom, have not been able to find anything that I actually wanted, stumped up money for something I didn't want. Transformers The Last Night, HotRod. A character that, after my recent, reconciliation with the character HotRod with Titan's Return, who, bear with me, is right there. After that, I was willing to give this HotRod a chance. I saw the early pictures of him and I thought, okay, he's going to be like the hotshot HotRod Bumblebee, side swipe if you're watching Transformers Robot in Disguise. He's going to be the ow. He's going to be the new young character for the kids, And he wasn't. And he was French. Now, I'm British, and I'm not sure why, but the British have always had a very strange thing with the French. They think we're barbaric, we think they're all Nancy boys. It's just one of those things. It's just, water's wet, sky's blue. We don't really like each other much. We can get on in certain classes, but on the whole, as a nation, that's what we all think of each other. That's not me being like, if I meet a French person, I'm going to hate him, but it was just one of those. And then it's like, why is HotRod French? Of all things. It just didn't make any sense to me. Maybe he was like an old Citroen or something, or, his alt mode before he turned into this. I don't know. Maybe there's some subtle reason. But there didn't seem to be. But other than that disappointment, let's get on to the plastic. And this is very nice. I've got to say, look how small this is. Look how flat that is. Look how smooth. I mean, this doesn't want to perfectly line up together. But if you ignore that, it's lovely. It is. It's lovely. Age of Extinction Bumblebee, who is not a very large car mode, and absolutely dwarfs this thing. Look at the size of it. This is fractionally longer. If you put them like slightly longer, but just look how flat it is. That's going to be my new size comparison, by the way. But this is lovely. I'm not sure what kind of car this is. Is that Ferrari? It's a Ferrari, but it's black. There's a Ferrari red for you. Pardon me. But no, it is a beautiful vehicle. Did notice this bit at the back is actually clear. This plastic at the back is clear, like the windows, so you're supposed to be able to see the engine, but you can't. You can just kind of see through it. Doesn't matter. And it's very pretty, I'll admit. As soon as I transformed it, I was like, ooh, okay. Like you now. Ooh. Which gets onto the robot mode, which means we have to transform him. So, to transform him, we'll start by doing this back bit. We'll split this, which doesn't really want to stay together anyway. And it's a double hinge, and it's a little bit fiddly. You double hinge out to there. A little bit floppy this bit, but whatever, doesn't matter. Double hinge to there. And then we'll get just before the wing mirrors. You could probably do the wing mirrors if you want to risk snapping them off, but if we get that and just push down slightly, and it'll basically disconnect around the wheel arch from underneath this piece here. Can you see that? Just there. Okay? See how that's nice and smooth? We'll disconnect. Come on. There. Might have to twist this a little bit. And then we'll pop it out. And pop it out. And then we'll flip the figure over. And they're on a double hinge there. Well, it's a hinge and then a ball joint. So we'll just drop them. Well, we'll bring them out to there. And out to there. And while we're here, we might as well rotate these around. Take this panel, where the silver starts, there's a pin, and hinge, and there's a tab sticking out there, which I believe you used to hold something. No, I don't think it holds the vehicle motor together. That just goes into a little slot in there, and tap that together. Rotate, fold over, tap together. Those are the arms done. Yay! At this point, we want to get this tiny little bit at the front of the grill there. Can you see this? Tiny little bit there. We want to push that loose and bring the feet forward, well, the whole sort of legs and waist section forward. At the same time, drop it down to there and rotate. You may as well take the opportunity now to rotate the head around and fold these two little pieces here. These little pieces, they fold in. Or should we hold off for a second? We'll hold off for a second, sorry. We'll fold this up so it all concertinas in. I skipped a bit, sorry. We get this piece, which is the windscreen and that tiny little bonnet bit. We'll spring that loose, and on this big grey double hinge, fold it all the way around, and it goes up onto the back. Then we'll close all this up while pushing those in, and we'll push it all together. We'll get the front side bits of the bonnet and just squish them in a bit. Is that all in together? There's a tab there that goes into the back. If you line it up just there, just above the waist, and push it all together, at which point you split the legs, bring the feet up, rotate the knee, foot, toes up, and there he is. There he is. Let's bring this up a bit. And there he is. And those legs are way thin. Like, disconcertingly thin. And they've got knee, and they rotate, and the toe goes a bit for transformation. And on quite stiff ratchets in the hip. Yeah, same that side. Yeah, and the feet, the hands kind of look a bit go-botty to me. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting from them. And the head's a bit mostly black with a red face and then weird sort of like blue eyeliner. I'm not quite sure about that one, I'll be honest with you. And these things are just big shoulder pads, but who cares? It's fine. And he's not bad. I'll be honest with you, he's not bad. I mean, even like the way the arms transform, because that's the outside of the vehicle mode, and then all of a sudden it's on the inside, then it folds around. That's quite neat. I like that. That's cool. So he just transformed really well. He's a little bit top heavy because the legs are tiny, but that's, you know. But yeah, give me a second. Size comparison. Someone I'm not sure he ever actually met in the film, because he may have been killed off in like 2 seconds like all the other Decepticons. But there's Barricade. And of course, the other HotRod. Today's about standard deluxe size because Titan's Returns figures are a tiny bit tall. But he's about standard deluxe size now. Fair enough. Put a little Barricade. But he's not a bad figure. There's just one thing that irked me, and I actually went ripping through the packaging just to make sure I hadn't missed something. He's got no weapons. I've tried to look around in case there's any like moulded in or anything, and I haven't seen anything. I mean, there's these things, but they seem to be exhausts. So he's got no weapons. The description on the back says he's just a fierce warrior who never looks back, he's always looking at future victories, but he's got no weapons. So how's he supposed to have future victories? He can't beat anyone up, he's got no weapons. You know, I don't understand. It's a bit strange. I don't know. I like him. He's definitely grown on me, but he's a very odd one. Now, before I even got this guy, I heard rumours that he was very similar to another figure, and now I've got him and I've just transformed in front of you. You can probably guess that the rumours are true. And he does transform quite similarly to Dark of the Moon Roadbuster Deluxe, because there was that stupid Human Alliance one that doesn't really count. But he does transform very similarly. The legs just sort of peg together and fold underneath. The car bonnet bits angled. His are at the bottom, fold in. His are at the top, that fold in. Turn the head around. The entire back piece is basically the old mode. The entire untap. There you go. Yeah, the entire alt mode. So they are very, very similar in lots of ways. However, and I say however, I was thinking about this on my way back from the shops and stuff, because I could kind of see from the pictures, and I was starting to think, really? And then I thought about it a bit more when I got back and I actually started transforming this figure, and I was like, really? Excuse me. Rather than it being a straight rip-off of the transformation and all the rest of it, or a heavy retool, which it's not, it's like someone's been absentmindedly messing with this figure while they're trying to decide how to make him. Like, the designer's just got shelves of figures that you can just pick up and mess with. And he's looked at him and just thought, it's not a bad idea, it's just never executed properly. Maybe someone should have another go at that. And that's what he's done. Because you look at the backpack on this guy. He'll have to have his own review at some point, but this is all backpack. Look at his backpack. It's flat. There's nothing there. I mean, you could argue the windscreen's on display, but frankly, who cares? I mean, the only thing you got to worry about is if you're throwing it around and it gets scratched up. You know? His legs are bland and stupid. They look a bit like scaffolding. His are really detailed and all the rest of it, but they're very spindly. His shoulders and stuff are just... His shoulders are quite nice. I must admit that the extra hinge for this does kind of impact on the... whatever the rear part of the vehicle mode, the back section. It does kind of impact on that, so you got to wriggle it around. But it's not the end of the world. So they are effectively the same thing, but taken from very different angles. It's like if you said, okay, you've got to get from here to there. And one person went in a massive, like wiggly line here, there, and everywhere to get there. And someone just did a straight line. They might get the same result, technically the same transformation, but they've been done in very different ways. So I can't really fault them. For argument's sake, I'm going to steal his gun for a second. You'll get it back. You'll get it back. Won't fit in his hand because of this piece. So he needs one with a longer handle. I'm just messing around now. Entertain yourselves. I'm kidding. Don't. 5mm port. I wish he had a gun. That's my only complaint about this figure, really. I mean, maybe if the heels flipped out a bit more, which they don't, or something like that, just to, in case there was any back heaviness. But other than that, I just wish he had a gun. Yeah, tiny little Autobot symbol that's on the right side, left side of the vehicle mode. Ends up on the inside of the right forearm. Just transformation. Heads on a ball joint, blah blah blah. But he's nice. He's really nice. I didn't want to pick him up, but he is really nice. I just need to find him a gun. But then if I find him a gun, he can't store it in vehicle mode. So unless I give him one of those stupid Titan Master thingies, but then they look ridiculous. So. I don't know. So, movie. Sorry, laughed at movie. Movie HotRod or original movie HotRod? Which one looks better? Which one's the more interesting transformation? Which one's French? Which one's the better one? Do I dislike one of them? No. They are still good figures. I'll give them that. They're still good figures, both of them. But yeah, he's nice. He's quite interesting, but he's got no weapons. That's one of my things. If anyone knows, like, there's some panel or something I've missed somewhere, you can just flick it, there's a gun or something. Because I've gone through the packaging, there's nothing there, unless I've got a wrong one, or someone's found something you can clip in somewhere, they want to send it to me in the post. Please, give me some kind of clue. But, yeah. Ho-hum. That's that. You've had some more content. Yeah, I'm 2 more full days, and I'm going to the cinema in the evening after the first one. So I'm going to have like 4 or 5 hours sleep, because I'm stupid. That's tomorrow night. I shall worry about that Saturday afternoon. So, because this video's dragged on a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, I shall be ugly, I shall be wretched, and I shall see all of you with a French accent. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Mais oui, garçon, huh? Je habite dans l'ordinateur avec la piscine. It's about the only French I know. Anyway, I shall see you in the next one. Bonjour, bonsoir. They're all like hellos, aren't they? I don't know what the French for go bye is. I don't know. Bye.